The Moore's 25th annual Sewing Technology Party is going on now. This is the chance to get the best deals on the latest products.
2 new models. I love this. Technology has a way of bringing the price down too, and that's what we've got. Economical sewing and quilting machine and embroidery machine. That's the MC1000. And then we've got the MC100E, which is embroidery only. So let's talk about the sewing features on the MC1000. So we'll go to full display. And so it has a 300 built-in stitches, beautiful display, easy to use, and Janome stitches are amazing. I love Janome stitches, okay? And then they have great fabric control. They've been known for it, okay? So that's on the machine. It also has QR code function, so I can actually scan a QR code at wherever I want, and it will tell me for the function I'm using pertinent information on how to use those and how to access more information and how to do functions. I love that type of technology. It also comes with 2 different needle plates, a quick change plate, and Janome recognizes the plate. So in this case, it's a top stitch plate, which is a straight stitch, and that gives you the ability to do straight stitches. But look, it won't let you sew with other stitches, okay? And so that's a nice feature there. Also, I have the hands-free needle thread. And what I mean hands-free is once I stage the thread, I just pull a lever. I'm not touching the needle thread, and that's wonderful. All right, so it has a built-in embroidery unit. I'm not adding it, it's built in, and that's what's kind of cool. Not having to add anything to it. And the hoop is 5.5 by 5.5, and it has their wonderful clamps on the hoop so that they are adjustable and clamps before. That's really a nice hooping system. And so 5.5 by 5.5 is a nice setting. The screen monitors it. Again, that's built in. I'm not having to add an embroidery unit. That's built in. I think it said over 280 fonts or 280 designs. It had 14 different fonts. Correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of designs, okay? I can adjust it by sizing. I can scale it, I believe 20% higher, 20% lower. I can rotate it. I can, in small measurements, the screen mirrors it. I can flip it. All these functions right on the screen, okay? It also has open arm embroidery. Because the embroidery mechanism is built in, I can take off my embroidery, my open arm, and access the arm and still have the embroidery unit arm on. So they have these smaller hoops that are optional, so you can actually embroider on your sleeves or your pant legs, things like that. So that's really a nice feature. So the Memory Craft 1000 is both the sewing and embroidery for $1,699. That's actually really good, but it's on sale for $1,299 as an introductory price. We have interest-free payments and free shipping across the country. The MC100, Memory Craft 100E, is all the embroidery features without the sewing, and it's on sale for $999. So that's where they really did a good job of bringing the price down. Interest-free payments of $166.50 and free shipping across the country. So I love Janome quality, but now let's move it up a couple notches and talk about the Continental M6. Okay, the Continental series is, I love these machines. I love this, how solid they are. This has that all steel casting. Every other machine is a framework inside. This is the actual painted surface is the metal. And it also has ball bearings. And so that's going to give you that foundation of quality unlike any other. Okay, that's in all the Continental series here. So let's go over top features of it. So first of all, we have a stitch forming mechanism in the bobbin area. Okay, every other machine has it on the top, the thread, but this pulls the thread, each stitch from the bobbin so that the stitch is formed much more precisely. It has a top feeding system that actually you can change different shoes. So that top feeding mechanism, I add a shoe to it and I can change the configuration. And this wide holder has more feeding all the way to the front forward than any other system. And so that's going to give me, look at this. This is, I believe, 4 layers of fleece. Feeds through that. Awesome. It also can work with quilting. There's vinyl. So much control. It's motorized. That means I can adjust the speed in relation to the bottom. So what this is the thickest fake fur I've ever worked with. And this system Look at that. It's just gliding through it because I was able to adjust the speed of the top in relation to the bottom. Okay, so that's awesome. Now, it also has different configurations. The high performance plate and foot, I'm going to show you this, configures the needle to the sweet spot, which is the left side, and gives me a top stitch. And look at the feedings right behind the needle. And so in this case, this is with sequins on lycra. And that gives me control. Awesome. Now I can change the plate just by selecting an icon on the screen. And that gives me the ability to change to the different variations of plates. I have a brushless 12-core DC motor that has superior power, 35% more power, but yet it consumes less energy. So that's at my actual belt I'm sewing there, and it will sew through it. 13.7 inches of space to the right of the needle, and it has a 7-inch liquid crystal display that's directly center of you. Okay, so that's something that gives you much better visibility than others. I have 400 built-in beautiful 9mm stitches, and I can even taper many of them in all different configurations. And when I select it, I can select the angles, the angle of the front, the start, the ending, and I can even sew, and it'll ask me if I want to have it the same size. I'm going to show you that. Okay. Now, this is actually the best system out there to make something easy. This is called application pages. This is where I choose what I'm going to do, and it shows me the stitch that I need to use. Like I've got sewing application pages, and I've got quilting application. So let's say I want to do patchwork piecing. Okay, select that, and it's going to select my straight stitch to be exactly the size and the piece that I want. So there's my length, there's my tension, my position. I sew the one size, and when I stop, I automatically press OK, and it remembers after each stitch. Okay, so that's really an awesome feature. My blanket stitch applique. I'm actually going to show you that one here. So I'm going to skip ahead and show you that later. And I'm going to go to ruler work. Okay, ruler work. It shows me the exact foot to use, and it sets everything up to do ruler work. Okay, and so let's take a look at the M6 right over here. So first, I want to show you this metal casting. I think you can hear this. That is the heart of the machine, and that's right here. See, that's what I love about this. And this is in sleep mode. So I select this, and now that lights up here. So I'm going to sit down, and so I have the right in this area here, and I know we have it for the screen. Actually, okay, that's the screen. But I want if you can get yours right here, because I want to show a little bit about this package here, okay? Because this has so many different options of feed. These are all feed systems and feet. And this is part of the bonus bundle that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go over that. But this is an amazing system. And this screen, okay, and I think we're on the screen. I really want you to see it. This is center. This is my comfort zone. So the screen is right here, where a lot of your machines, your screen's over here. So having the center, this is wonderful. And so if you look at the screen here, I can just page through all these beautiful stitches. And I love the stitches. So we're on the screen here, and they're all by categories. They got so many of them. Beautiful stitches. Okay. So many stitches. Actually, I was playing with the Mirage stitches. Those are actually, they don't look like they're connected. So Mirage stitches, I was playing with that earlier. We've got lettering, we've got all kinds of things. I also can take this and do my mitered corners and different angles. There's, like I said, there, okay? But I really just want to show you the feeding system. So we're going to clear off some space. Oh, by the way, look at all these stitches. Beautiful stitches. Beautiful, beautiful stitches. That's just a few of them, okay? So we're going to talk about that bundle later, because I'm going to use a lot of the functions of this bundle, okay? And what I want to do is I want to talk about the feed system. And so right here, I have, and we have the needle cam here, great. I've got Minky. Now, this is awful stuff. It's pretty, but it's fuzzy. I got, you know, blue-green fuzz everywhere now. But see, I want to start right on the edge, and that's what's difficult on this. And so I'm going to take this, and I've got my dual feed system here, but I want to put my needle down, but I actually have not engaged it. I want to turn my motor on. Now it's engaged, okay? Now that feeding is awesome, and I want to take it. And by the way, the feed, when I raise this up, the feed dogs drop. So I'm not snagging at all when this is coming in here. And so I want to put the needle down just so you can see that I'm still starting on the edge. And I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to just start sewing. My hands are not here. I'm not touching it. It picks up right away. That's what's awesome about this feed system. Now, what else? Let's really mess with this here. So there's that's that one here. Let's take this and go from there, Minky, to some denim. Okay, what else? Layers here. Okay, what else? Vinyl, designer vinyl. Okay, so let's take this here. Okay, let's left hand. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take this here, and we're going to look at even different layers. Okay, and then because you never know when you want to add vinyl, go from this. I mean, look at the control. This is organza. Perfect. Okay, so perfect fabric control. Okay, but I know for sure that will not work on this. This is sequins on a knit because it's not. This is awesome. This is awful stuff. Okay, so let's go to my screen, and on the screen, I can press this to change the plate. So now, but I think I have a shot that's right in here. Okay, so when I press this, see what I want to do. This is the right position. This is my high performance plate and my high performance feeding system. Okay, so what we have here is actually let's go to the screen, and I want you to see which one. So you can see there's a single hole all the way to the left side. Is that a good shot, guys? Okay, all right. And then this actually matches. And why I want you to see, this is what's unique about it. That's going to give me a commercial feeding system on one side, okay? So when I press this, it's going to raise up this plate all the way and the foot. So that way I can change to this system. Okay. Now, then this feed system, I can take up and I can unlink it here, which is easier. Okay. See that this hook, and let's go to, yeah, good. We got the side here. That hook is hooking into the feed system. So that's what's unique about it, is that this truly is a changeable feeding system that is unlike any other. Okay. So we turn this on. Now we have this awful fabric. It's pretty, but it's awful. Okay. Because these sequins. Okay, so I will tell you that sometimes needles break when I do this type of stuff, and I have needles, I can change it. But awful stuff. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so now. It's totally amazing. Now, what else? Okay, let's take this. This is leather. And let's just take this right here. This is so, the problem with leather, and this is real leather, is it sticks. And so I've got this here. Let's see how it works. Okay, actually, you don't press scissor first. So we'll see. Look at how awesome this is. All right, let's push it up. Now, I may be pushing up the envelope. Okay, if the needle breaks, oh well, I'll change the needle. That's leather. This is my leather belt. Okay, this is a tradition at every tech party. Is I change my belt. Now this could go wrong. Wow, look at that. My goodness. That's real television, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. My kids are rolling their eyes at me. Okay, so look at that. All right, so now let's switch it up. Okay, so let's go to this area right here. Okay, I want to change this, and I'm going to go to here. Change my plate back to normal. Yep, don't drop it. And it recognizes that I have a different feed system on here, so I'm going to take that off, and I want to take and change it to my regular shrink because I want to show you that applique. Remember, I said I was going to change it up because I want you to see the benefit of the application pages. Okay, so if I was to show you all the different appliques on this machine, I mean, there's hundreds of different appliques. I mean, half of these are appliques. Okay, but which one do I want to use? Well, that's where these application pages. We're going to go to the screen, and these are sewing application. What that means is I'm choosing what I want to do, and it tells me what stitch to use and sets it up. So remember how I showed you piecing? I'm not going to show you that here. I want to show you applique. I didn't want you to see this here. So by choosing this, it gives me the most common appliques. And it also gives me everything I need to know on this. I want to have it pivot. I want to do a corner. See, that's what a blanket stitch goes 2 forward, 1 back over, 2 forward, 1 back over. So that means it reverses. And sometimes it may reverse when I want to go forward. But I'm telling this all here, and I can make changes, but I'm not going to. So what I have here is I'm going to sew a square or a corner. And I want to come down to the edge here, and I want to be able to pivot at the right point. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, the thing about this here is that the best way to determine if your needle's at the right position is to lower the needle down. But see, the problem is most machines won't let you sew at this point. Well, this, I can put my needle right on the edge, and I'm going to actually sew. So this is going off the edge of the fabric. She's going 2 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back. And what I want to do is I want to just come to the edge. And all right, there. Okay, right there. I know it's going to actually go to the left. I don't want that. There we go. I want to actually have it start going forward. I think I barely got on the edge. I'm not wearing my glasses, but I barely see it. So right here on the screen, I press this button, and that means the next stitch on the fabric is going to go forward. So that means I have perfect corners every time. And that's a Janome exclusive. So right there, I wonder if you can see that there. Actually, let's go to the screen. Do we got a good shot, guys? Good? Okay. So see, I love that feature. Now I want to talk about the bonus, okay? Because I'm going to share with you on this slide, but we already showed you part of the bonus. See, this doesn't come with it normally, and that's the high performance plate and the high performance foot 2. But it also has the high performance foot 1, which is usually what I would sew my belt with. This really turns it into a commercial straight stitch machine. Then for the foot, this foot right here, the wide dual feet, that doesn't come with it. This comes with my bonus. I'm also including a 1/4 inch foot that attaches to it, and a stitch in the ditch foot, and an open toe foot that attaches to it. We getting good shots of that? Okay. Then I'm including the straight and zigzag narrow foot, but this also works with my zipper foot. So that bundle we're going to talk about has a value of over $400, and that's included. So let's go over the special pricing on that. All right. Wow, I love that machine. This is why you need more than one machine. You need 3, 4, 5. So that machine has a retail value of just shy of $7,000, and it's on sale for $4,699, $4,699, and that's worth it. That's a powerhouse machine. Okay, we have interest-free payments on it, as well as free shipping across the country. But wait, remember that bonus I showed you? All those different things are included. Over $400 in value, free during Tech Party. Now, All of our Janomes are on sale. And I'm not going to go through all of them. This is a long enough presentation. I'm going to show different models at our next presentation, which is on the 21st, our live simulcast. But you can call us right now, and I got a book. Every one of my staff members have a book of pre-tariff pricing while supplies last. And you can say, I want this Janome machine, and if we have it in stock, we've got a deal for you. So give us a call, 1-800-865-9664. For more information on this incredible product, click on the link to see our current special offer. You can email us at customerservice@moores-sew.com or call us at 1-800-865-9664.